Ma'am, I'm a BTech graduate actually. I got recently got graduated, and I'm looking for pursuing masters actually, preferably Canada and UK actually. That's those are my primary first two choices actually. What would you suggest, and how exactly should I plan? And I haven't planned for any proficiency test as yet.
Okay, so your profile is that you have completed your bachelor's in technology, which was a 4 years graduation program, and now you wish to pursue your master's from Canada, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So Ashish, let's suppose on the basis of your profile, the suggestions are first you need to take any of the language proficiency tests. However, if we check on the eligibility criteria, the university eligibility criteria are different and the visa eligibility criteria are different. So first, let's talk about the university eligibility criteria. So there are two examinations which are considered as the eligibility scorecards by the universities which are accepted. First is the language proficiency test scorecard, wherein you can write or take IELTS, TOEFL, or PTE, as now all three examinations are accepted. And second is you are supposed to take one exam, which is a GRE exam, which is named as Graduate Record Examination, which is conducted by ETS. So if you are planning to do your master's in CS has always been the most popular program, right? So obviously, in order to secure your admission there, you really have to start early. If we talk about the Canadian education system, you minimum have to start your procedure. It is going to take somewhere 10 to 12 months of time for the complete procedure and the smooth one. So first is that you need to take the eligibility test, and your scorecards, the official scorecards, should be ready with you. You should be minimum having a total percentage value or CGPA, it's more than 70% for any of the CS program. Now, one important point which most of the students do not know, that if you are applying for the masters in Canada, you need to complete the WEST evaluation. WEST stands for World Education Summit. ज्यादातर ये तब करवाया जाता है जब स्टूडेंट्स या कैंडिडेट्स पीआर के लिए अप्लाई करते हैं, तब वेस्ट स्कोर इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. बट अगर आप कनाडा में मास्टर्स के लिए अप्लाई कर रहे हैं तो वेस्ट स्कोर आपको पहले ही करा लेना चाहिए. Now, once you are ready with all these three eligibility cards that I have told you, the next step comes in when you have to look for the university. Now, university, you should look on the basis of the scores you have. Also, what the university has to offer. So, agar for an example, मैं बात करूं Carleton University की, they have their own AI center. So, अगर आप AI, data science, data management, computer science, इनमें कोई भी specialization और masters करते हैं, so Carleton University has more to offer because of their AI centers. So it will not, it will not lead you to have less exposure. Rather, it will give you a lot of exposure. Once the application is being punched, it is important that you have the LOR along with the SOP, which is statement of purpose. Commonly among the student, it is known as SA as well, but SOP, LOR are the must to have. Now, next important thing is your transcript. Now, most of the students are having the confusion that what is a transcript and what are the mark sheets. So mark sheets are basically जो आपको semester wise मिलता है, and transcript is a document which is a consolidated mark sheet जो आपको after the completion of program मिलता है. Both the mark sheets you should have along with the degree, right? It is important in Canadian education system कि आपके पास अपने college का degree हो. Without it, you cannot proceed. So after having all these things, application punch in, then minimum wait time is around 4 to 6 weeks of time. After 4 to 6 weeks of time, there are two ways. पहले तो आप अपने काउंसलर के थ्रू अपने डॉक्यूमेंट्स को सेंड करेंगे यूनिवर्सिटी में, एंड सेकंड व्हिच मोस्ट ऑफ द यूनिवर्सिटीज आस्क फॉर कि आपके कॉलेज, आपके डिपार्टमेंट से आपके डॉक्यूमेंट्स ऑनलाइन या ऑफलाइन उनको भेजे जाए. सो इट कैन बी अ पोस्टल सर्विस और दे कैन मेल. बट अगर आपका कॉलेज मेल कर रहा है, प्लीज मेक श्योर टू इन्फॉर्म योर कॉलेज कि अपने कॉलेज के डोमेन ईमेल आईडी से ही मेल कॉलेज में किया जाए, यूनिवर्सिटी इन कनाडा में किया जाए. Once it has been done, then you can expect your admin in next 4 to 6 weeks of time. So Ashish, I hope that I was able to answer your question.
Yes, ma'am, but there's a small thing actually. Uh, I belong to Vizianagaram actually, and the majority of the college basically in Andhra Pradesh. So our college doesn't really have a designated college domain actually.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's an AU affiliated, Andhra University affiliated college, and so how we can't be expecting much from them actually when it comes to these things.
In that case, आपके जो documents हैं, they can physically be sent through an post mail. So they can post it. College जो है वो address provide करता है, and you can forward your documents there. But it
Okay,
has to be from the college side only.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, ma'am, I have another question actually. As you are already aware that I'm a BTech graduate. So, what streams would be the perfect? Which streams would be perfect for me at this point of time? Like if I want to pursue masters.
So to choose the program, the first thing that comes into the picture is your last education and your work experience. So are you holding any work experience so far?
No, ma'am. Actually,
You do not.
no.
And what is the program that you are interested in applying for?
Probably data science, ma'am. I would
Data
prefer
science.
in the data
So यहाँ पे आशीष, there are two things. Canadian universities में जो CS program होते हैं, they are divided into two sectors. First is the course based and second is the thesis based. Thesis based program jo honge, they are going to lead you to the research and development. However, jo course based program honge, they will offer you the practical hands on experience as well as the industry exposure. So if you have interest in applying for the industries or you want to work practically in the sectors, in the companies, then you should always go for the course based program. Else, if you have interest in the research and development, then you should go for the thesis program. Other than that, अगर मैं data science या data management या AI की बात करूं, so ये तीनों ही program सिर्फ course based में ही available हैं. But most of the time, Canadian universities के पास एक option होता है that they have the alternate to provide you a co-op. Co-op means that you can choose two measures. So first can be data science or it can be AI or it can be CS. It can be any credit which is already enlisted in your course. So कोशिश ये करनी चाहिए ज्यादातर कि अगर आपके पास वर्क एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, so definitely अगर आपके पास आज वर्क एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, so you are going there as a fresher. After completing your masters, you would definitely be having multiple options and you should be wanting yourself the maximum number of employability. सो उसको आप पिक तभी कर पाओगे जब आपके पास कोऑप होगा, डुअल स्पेशलाइजेशन होंगे, सो दैट एट दैट पर्टिकुलर टाइम आप कोई भी डिसीजन लेना चाहो, यू आर इन द सेफ हैंड बिकॉज यू हैव द डुअल स्पेशलाइजेशन. सो हमेशा कोशिश ये करनी चाहिए कि कोऑप प्रोग्राम्स में ही आप अपना एडमिट एक्सेप्ट करें.
Okay. Ma'am, what would be the case uh, like what would be the career aspects post my masters? How would that be?
सी
Because
कोर्स, प्लीज कंप्लीट.
when uh, according to the things which I'm currently watching on internet or on various social media actually, I'm basically seeing that there are being many layoffs in various industries and everything. So, what do you think for the new students, like for the students like me, if they want to pursue masters as of now, is this the right time to enhance ourselves, or do we need to hold as the situation, global situation is not right now?
So you're basically asking me the career prospect after the program, right?
Yes.
So career prospect के बारे में बात करने से पहले there is one thing that I would like to draw your kind attention towards, and that is कि अगर कनाडा में आप किसी भी STEM प्रोग्राम में एनरोल करते हैं, STEM stands for Science, Engineering, Technology और Mathematics. अगर आप स्टेम प्रोग्राम में एनरोल करते हैं अपने आप को, सो डेफिनेटली देयर आर अपर हैंड और देयर आर हायर चांसेस कि इन प्रोग्राम से ग्रेजुएट और पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट होने के बाद आफ्टर गेटिंग द वर्क इनटू द कंपनीज, आपके पास जो पीआर कन्वर्जन होता है वो कंपैरेटिवली चांसेस जो है आर हायर फ्रॉम द कंपेयर टू द मैनेजमेंट स्टूडेंट। फर्स्ट पॉइंट। सो अगर मैं तुम्हारे प्रोग्राम की बात करूं, अगर सीएस की बात करूं या कोई भी ऐसा प्रोग्राम जो स्टेम में है, स्टेम हमेशा ही पॉपुलर और इन डिमांड रहता है। और अगर मैं प्रोस्पेक्ट की बात करूं, सो यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड इट विद दिस वेरी बेसिक फैक्ट कि जो एक एवरेज सैलरी है एनुअल of a master's who has completed his master's in the CS, that is around 95 to 1 lakh CAD per year. So this is no less. फ्यूचर प्रोस्पेक्ट की बात करूं तो 95,000 CAD Canadian dollar. If you can convert it into the INR, you'll get to know that how much you can earn. That is the average base value. राइट। सो करियर प्रोस्पेक्ट ऐसा नहीं है बहुत ज्यादा ओपन होते हैं, बिकॉज साउथ अमेरिका कॉन्टिनेंट और नॉर्थ अमेरिका कॉन्टिनेंट, बोथ दी कॉन्टिनेंट्स आर developed when it comes on the science and technology. And if the particular country is developed in these sectors, so definitely the employment chances are way higher than the other countries to offer.
Okay. My like next question would be, ma'am, is that uh, uh, I come from a slightly low economic background actually, but so will I be having any financial aid opportunities or any scholarship if I am applying for those colleges?
See, if I talk about the scholarship process in Canada or in US, so yes, in US you will definitely be having a financial aid support or a scholarship support. But in any of the country or in any of the university, the total scholarship awardance is based on few parameters. Wherein the first one is the eligibility scorecard. So, आपका IELTS or GRE or if GMAT is applicable, उसका score कितना है? Second is your CGPA. Now, when I talk about the CGPA, they are going to check the last education CGPA. आपका 10-12 में क्या था उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, but what you actually have in your graduation is going to make a mark. Next is your work experience, if you have any. And last but not the least is going to be your extracurricular activities. Now, when I talk about the extracurricular activities, this has to be vouched since you have been a student. So extracurricular activities should involve the activities which have been giving an addition or an edge to your existing candidature. So how many projects work you have undertaken, how many research papers that you have published, how many program or short-term courses that you have undergone since you have been studying. So अगर आपके ये 4 parameters strong है, so definitely you have the strong base to get the scholarship. And if I talk about the latest scenario from the Smart Step classes, we have applied for one of the student and he was able to get a scholarship of 15,000 USD per year. Now, 15,000 USD, Ashish, is a good relax to the Indian pocket. So अगर आपके ये 4-5 parameters fulfill होते हैं, and then there are definitely chances are high that you will be able to get the scholarship from the university.
Okay, this is nice actually. And ma'am, as you are currently saying that it depends upon the CGPA, right? So I got somewhere around 7.6 as of now. But the thing is, I I mean, I've written some exams like supplementary actually. Uh, like the exams which were supposed to be happen, which were held in the March. I reattempted it again in the month of the next March actually. So, is there any arrear count for certain universities when we are applying for that?
Could you repeat? There has been a lag in your voice. Could you
Like,
be a little louder?
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm asking you is that will the universities be counting the arrears as well, the total number of arrears and the total number of attempts the candidate has given in order to clear that exam, and what would be the max ratio?
I'll tell you. If you talk about Canada, then the maximum backlogs which are acceptable for the students are going to be 5 in
Okay.
Canada. In US, generally, they do not look for the back as much as the Canadian education system does. राइट बट स्टिल हम रेकमेंड ये करके चलते हैं कि आपके पास बैकलॉग जो है वो मैक्सिमम 5 से 6 इससे ज्यादा नहीं होनी चाहिए क्योंकि बैकलॉग में क्या होता है आपका स्टडी गैप बढ़ता चला जाता है अब आपका कोर्स प्रोग्राम लेट्स सपोज इफ यू हैव स्टार्टेड योर कोर्स इन द मंथ इन द ईयर ऑफ 2016 right so ideally if you have enrolled for the 4-year program it should have got over by 2020 but due to backlog आपको 1 year और लगा so the university is not going to consider that 2020 to 2021 वाला slot
Okay.
वो 1 year आपके प्रोफाइल में एज अ गैप ही काउंट होगा
Okay. Okay. Okay.
right US majorly looks for the overall score value which should not be less than 70%
Okay.
for both university admits as well as for the visa success rate
Okay.
कुछ टाइम होता है तब काउंसलर्स को इतना इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं होता है और दे डोंट स्टडी द कैंडिडेचर वेरी प्रॉपरली सो उसमें क्या होता है कि वो 50% 60% पे भी अप्लाई कर देते हैं एट टाइम्स कॉलेज से एडमिट आ जाता है बट यू वुड नॉट बी हैविंग द चांसेस टू गेट द वीजा
Okay. So, what do you think my case would be, ma'am? Like, if a candidate like me, like, I'm currently matching the metrics you are currently telling, actually. I've attempted 2 exams, actually. Like, the very next time I have cleared them out. So, what are the chances of me getting shortlisted for any university?
there
Uh,
are most likely chances आशीष it's not that कि chances नहीं है chances हैं but generally क्या होता है कि हम लोग students को suggest करके चलते हैं that let's suppose if you are aiming for spring 2024 which is January 24 right so हम लोग ये suggest करके चलते हैं कि minimum आपको जो time देना चाहिए या minimum जो university applications होनी चाहिए they has to be minimum 4 सो दैट इनटेक मिस नहीं हो आपका एंड जो वो 4 यूनिवर्सिटीज हम आपको सजेस्ट करेंगे वो हम आपकी एलिजिबिलिटी के ही बेसिस पे आपको सजेस्ट करेंगे
okay, 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 okay. This is fine. Okay. So, ma'am, currently, may I know what are the things which I should be taking? Like, what are the documents should I gather why if I am applying for any university?
सी इफ यू सी दैट यू हैव टाइम so we generally suggest you to enroll for the international universities online free programs first point अगर आपको लगता है कि अभी आपको अप्लाई करने में 1 year का टाइम है राइट सो जो उनके समर प्रोग्राम्स होते हैं या उनके शॉर्ट टर्म प्रोग्राम्स होते हैं उसमें आपको सबसे पहले एनरोल करना चाहिए एंड ट्राई टू लॉक एनी इंटरनेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी ओनली विच इज रिलेटेड टू योर प्रोग्राम first point second you need to have all your documents ready with you starting from your 10th 12th your degree your mark sheets and your transcript you have to have a passport front and back copy and that has to be a clear scan copy next you have to have your SOP ready now SOP is statement of purpose so if you want to have a look that how statement of purpose ideally should be written you can refer to our YouTube video wherein we have a detailed tutorial guiding the students that how you are supposed to write an effective SOP you should have 2 LORs that is letter of recommendations and they should have the very good language and they should actually be recommended if you're not working in that case आपके केस में जो LORs बनेंगे they are supposed to be made from your college so these are few very important documents right and you are good to go with it yes Ashish
Yes, ma'am. So I got a clear understanding of that, ma'am. So if I am looking for universities or anything, what are the things I should look into in order to shortlist certain universities?
see university shortlisting में initially क्या होता है that most of the students when they have the dream to study abroad, right, they always try to aim for the 8-year colleges, right? They try to, if I talk about Canada, they try to lock UBC, they try to lock McGill. If I talk about US, they try to lock Boston's, NYU. So सबसे पहला काम है to get your profile properly assessed with a counselor only, right? क्योंकि क्या होता है कि practical requirement of the university and the dream at time has the gap which may or may not be bridged, right? So have an open minded. जरूरी नहीं है कि आप सिर्फ A+ colleges में ही जाएं तो ही आपका जो education purpose है वो fulfill होगा. Let me give you an example here. There was a student of smart step classes who was adamant, very sure to get an admit into NYU, right? So he wanted to get into only NYU or the top shot colleges of USA, right? Though as the student want, because we can only suggest, but the final decision has to come from the student side only. So we have applied for the NYU and he got admit as well. He started his masters and this year his master was supposed to be over, right? और US में आपको पता होगा OPT होता है, which is optional practitioner training, which allows you to work, right? Which is it can be an internship or a job, right? But the moment he got into his very last 6 months of the duration of the course program, he was actually running short of internship opportunities. क्योंकि जब हम जितने बड़े यूनिवर्सिटी में पिक करते हैं वहां पे कंपटीशन, excuse me, marking of managing your scorecard, managing your CGPA, everything gets so intense. So या तो आपकी प्रोफाइल उसी हिसाब से हो जहां पे आप उस पर्टिकुलर प्रोग्राम को और यूनिवर्सिटी को जस्टिफाई करके रन थ्रू कर पाए, then only go for it. Otherwise there are few aspects that you should look for. First is the location of the university, because it is going to impact your living expenditures. Second, the ranking of the university for the particular program you are opting for. If I give you an example, so if the particular university is known for their business program, there's no point of going for the STEMs there, right? Always look for the program and choose for the university which are known and having a world ranking within your program. Next is what has been the total value or what has been the placement record of the university. If you give, I'll give you an example to support this. Kent State University in USA, in Ohio. They are one of the universities which is a state university, so that's a government one. Second is they are the universities which are organizing not only the education fair but also the job fairs every 3 months. So obviously the opportunity for the job is going to go higher with that. Next, try to look for the universities which are the state level universities, right? And last but not the least, focus a lot on your profile. Look for your credentials, look for your scores, look for your real valuation of your profile, and apply into the colleges or universities wherein you practically your profile can be fitted into. So always look for these few parameters in order to choose the university.
Okay, ma'am. So, as you are saying that student of yours are applied for NYU, right? So that's one among the top classes, top class colleges or A class colleges, A plus, right? So,
Your voice is low.
so you are saying, ma'am, that like what are the chances of me being a engineering student? Will I be having any chance to pursue any masters in management category?
Certainly. You can apply for a few programs which are very popular outside India, which has engineering and a dash of management as well. You can go for the engineering management,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can go for business analytics.
Okay.
If you want to run your career graph into the combination of technical as well as the management side, you can go for MIS, Management Information System, right?
Okay.
And these are very popular programs. These are not the programs which are just being introduced by the university and there are hardly students enrolling for it. They have been the most popular program in US,
Mm-hmm.
right? Wherein the student has choice to get into the combination of engineering and management.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So I've got a similar profile as well, ma'am, but not coming from my background actually. Um, the thing is, I have a sister who has not the yet sure to pursue her masters, whether or not she's a BCom graduate, and I'm planning something different for her in terms of her career. So, what do you suggest for her as of now?
So she is a BCom graduate. Was she having mathematics during the commerce education and the 12th education?
During 12th, yes, ma'am, but slight accounting during her when you're pursuing
Stats,
graduation.
if not math, statistics,
No,
she wasn't
probably
having.
probably she might be having around in 1 or 2 semesters, I guess, but
It's
not more than
okay.
that.
Any, even if it is one credit, that would work, right?
Yeah,
So she
she
can employ,
that.
yeah, she can apply as she has done a BCom from any of the university in India. Now, almost all the universities in India, if they are having the bachelor's in commerce, they are having the program of 3 years only,
Hmm.
which brings to a total of 15 year of only education, right? So there are 1 to 2 university in Canada and 1 to 2 universities in US which has the acceptance of for masters on the basis of 3 year education. If she is open to apply, if she's open to the countries and adamant to do the masters, she would be able to apply in UK, because UK is the only country which has the acceptance of 15 year of education for any of the masters, right? If she has some other plan, if she wants to go there and settle in their country on the basis of the economic structure that the country has, then she should choose a post grad diploma program in Canada, right?
Okay.
So she can apply for the financial insight, financial technology, financial predictive program. These are the financial programs are again listed into the A sectors. So they have the higher rate of PR conversions. Instead of getting her into any XYZ management program, or you can get her into the project management, because project management again she'll be able to draw things for herself after completing this program. So there are certain financial accounts, economic, or the project management program that she can apply for.
Mm-hmm. Okay, ma'am. So I got various other questions running in my head, ma'am. So, ma'am, how can I connect you so that to get the profiles which I have fully fledged actually? How can I get in touch with you, ma'am?
Sure. So you can log into our website, that is www.smartstepclasses.com. You can simply fill an inquiry form there and the admission team will get in touch with you. Also, you can DM at 9711418204, and thereafter your profile will be picked and the counselors will get in touch with you. And you can write an email as well at contact@smartstepclasses.com.
Sure, ma'am. Then, actually, I'm running a bit late for some other thing actually. So I'll be getting in touch with you, ma'am, either via website or with the number which you just mentioned. I have written it down over here. I'll be getting in touch with you, and probably I'll be getting in touch with you on Monday, ma'am.
Certainly.
Uh, Thank you so much, ma'am. It was pleasure talking to you.
Same here.
Let it, I'll
Thank you
talk
so
to you on
much.
Monday, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Certainly. Looking forward. Thank you.